loves her. I think
she gets so much love online. I sort of love it.
I think it's just what Jeff said. She's very kind. She's very talented. She has this big personality, and she's just charming. And her and Jeff together are awesome.
I think so too. So she starts off the show with what we were talking about last night. Is she going to talk about the baking and the cooking? So she didn't really talk about the cooking thing or the baking thing as a business, but she did share this mac and cheese, fall to your knees mac and cheese. Have you ever heard of that before?
No, but I am the biggest cheese fan in the world.
Then you were like orgasming on the ride home listening to this.
I thought delicious, and they all seem to love it. So I would love to make. Oh, Stu wants. I hope they do a bake off. A mac.
I know. I'm sort of curious if they'll do that.
That would be fun.
But Jeff already ruined it so that he would vote for Carnie. He's not even voting for his boyfriend.
Well, then
he's like, I don't know. You can't beat this. This is pretty darn good.
We're going to get different.
So somebody said, too, that she goes live on her Instagram a lot and cooks.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen her do that either, but not really into cooking, so I more prefer watching Doug cook. And, of course, that little hottie over there, Chef Stu, I sort of like watching him cook. Did you see his grilled cheese video today?
I did, and he looked
my God.
As ever.
Okay. I mean, his teeth are beautiful anyways, but did it look like they were whiter? Or is that just me, like, super hyper-focusing?
I have to...
Extra beautiful.
Because I didn't notice anything out of context, but yeah.
I love any Insta Live content. Oh, good. Well, we love going live. It's super easy for us. She made fajitas today. Oh, I was so busy. I didn't even watch her Instagram. Okay, thanks for letting us know. She's a cooking fool. What did you think? So I heard something or saw some comments today, probably on Facebook maybe. Somebody said something about Jameson and there being a new, they called him an engineer, but he's actually a producer.
Did they say Jameson? I didn't understand the comment. Were they saying Jameson wasn't there or he sounded different today?
I don't know. They haven't made reference to him. I don't think I remember hearing him say anything today. And then I was really trying to listen to yesterday in my brain. Like, did he say, does anyone remember if Jameson said anything yesterday or today?
I don't remember hearing him today, but I feel like he did say something. Who was on yesterday again?
Oh gosh. Yesterday, our brains. Yesterday was Zach and MJ. Does anybody remember? Amy mentioned him on her show yesterday. Okay, on Reality Check. Okay. He hasn't been there this week. But they haven't said anything. So maybe something rough is going on. Maybe something personal that...
Or maybe you just off and just, didn't tell us.
Oh, well, Jeff would always rag on him if he took a day off. Has been on, not even on Amy's show. Okay, she didn't mention why he was gone, but he would be back soon. And if he has the Rona, they would say, think he's got monkeypox?
No, he's too safe. COVID.
Oh, that's true. But you can get monkeypox. I don't mean that. I didn't mean that in a gay relationship way. Because anybody can get monkeypox.
Exactly, but I think he's
super easy to transmit. Sadly.
Yeah, I think he's
DJ
just super about everything.
Yeah,
that's all.
For sure. His birthday celebrations and.
What was it? You bring your hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams. Jeff is like, I'm not fucking bringing my hopes and dreams.
I know.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Okay, so let's talk about this vacation that Carnie had with her family. Aw, thank you. That's awesome. Just here for the Bravo. Love you. Very sweet comment. Let's talk about Carnie's Hawaiian vacation for 12 family members, and her mother paid for the whole darn thing.
How much do you think that was?
Okay, it sounded like it was a crappy hotel. She kept saying the hotel needed a lot of work. So I don't know, how can you have a crappy hotel in Maui? I mean, it's still got to be $600 a night per room, right? I don't know.
And they seemed like they were there for a while.
7 nights, days, I think Jeff said. Because remember he said his family would have fought in 2 seconds flat.
Oh, I think anybody's family would. But
I love her idea of going into it, of saying, look, let's not get mad at each other if everyone doesn't agree to do the same thing. If everyone doesn't want to go parasailing on one night, then The people that want to go, they go. I love that for a family vacation.
Oh, yeah, because I think no matter what, it's stressful. Anytime you have a group of people doing stressful, like I would feel weird like my mom, my father, like, oh, mom, stop. Not doing
You're cutting in and out on me.
Oh, now you're cutting in and out.
Camille is bougie when it comes to hotels. So I'll tell you that Dina is too. She's just not going to admit it on here right now, probably, but she's pretty bougie on hotels too, her and her sister. Okay, so is it just me, or does it the last few times it kind of sounds like her husband Rob's an asshole?
He's a fucking dickhead. Sorry. And I don't mean bad way, Carnie. I think she deserves all the love in the world. He seems grumpy. He seems tired. And like she bought all this nice lingerie, and like to be denied sex, not even denied, but not even interested, so hurtful.
I mean, it was a pinched nerve in his neck. I mean, I don't know what a pinched nerve is, but I have a feeling my husband could get a boner and let me ride him for a little bit on vacation.
That's what I was going to say.
Get on top.
Yeah, but it was weird. I feel like the last couple of times she says that he's grumpy with her, the way he talks to her. And
they bicker and fight a lot.
They bicker and fight a lot, and then he does, just like he doesn't talk nice to her. And then, I don't know, I love Carnie, so I don't want to insult her marriage or anything like that. Baby girl, he's a dickhead.
What do they have, 3 kids?
I think 2.
Dina,
she heard.
When you have 5 kids, we have a big house. But still, when you have 5 kids, knowing what you're doing, hotel sex without your kids there is
better.
So I was really disappointed that she was on vacation and they didn't have sex. Like that's a bad sign to me.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. And like I said, I don't want to put any bad mojo on their marriage, but
no, let's put all good vibes out. Good marital vibes with Rob and Carnie.
After these 2 times, they need to be in couples therapy with Dr. Donna, Dr. Judy, whatever.
Yeah, because we know that Jeff said on Friday when he and Stu came out of couples sex. What is on my brain? Wow, couples therapy. That it was like he felt like it was the best therapy sessions they had. So that was really nice.
Yes, it was. But yeah, he's not very nice to her.
I agree. Camille says, I would have told my husband I was going to find someone else to show my lingerie to. Make his ass perk real quick.
That's true.
So do you really think she meant she masturbated? Because she was like, well, I had sex, but he didn't.
I don't know how horny she is.
Oh, Lasuva, you're so funny. I don't even know if you're a man or a woman. Or a they.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Woman. It's a woman's picture. Yeah.
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah.
He's got like 4 butts.
Does that mean Jeff said that Stu's butt was so big it's like 4 butts?
Oh, yeah. Hey, who do you think the woman is that they know that's too skinny and doesn't have a butt?
There's so many.
I don't have a butt.
That little bitty girl, the religious girl in New York City? No. Little bitty. She looks like a 3-year-old almost. She was just on a video dancing with Ramona. She got a big divorce. She had that documentary series. They're Jewish. Somebody tell me. Come on, y'all.
Oh, I thought it was a chump-related person.
I mean, she's sort of a chump. Julia Hart. She's been on the show a couple of times.
That's exactly probably who it is, because
her
legs are like this thick, and that's like.
And you know what? There's past pictures of her. Obviously, we all have a past.
Right.
She's not been this size double, 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 0 her whole life.
Right.
So it's just very interesting how tiny. It's one thing if somebody's tiny, I'm not going to body shame. But let's face it, when you're of a certain age and hormones, it's really difficult to be that thin.
Yeah, and I'm not body shaming anyone either, but that thinness.
I mean, I'm jealous. Don't get me wrong. I'm jealous.
To me, it's just like, wow, that's a lot. And I almost feel like it's a little bit triggering for people that have EOs, eating or EDs, EOs.
I mean, yeah,
eating.
for sure. For sure.
I
Oh
agree.
my gosh.
I
Okay,
agree.
the talk of Jeff being so excited to have the finger up his ass, like he's dating this doctor.
I feel like he's just like, if he will just keep pushing and pushing and pushing the humor and the boundaries to see how far he can get. That was a funny story, though. What did he say to him? We've had sex.
Well, yeah, he said, it's been 2 times now. All these appointments. I'm starting to think that, yeah, Kelly Ripa looks petite but athletic for sure.
Yeah.
Basically, he said, I didn't mind it. He didn't mind the finger in his ass. Shane thought it was so quick that he was just doing it for pleasure. He couldn't have gotten any scientific information out of that finger.
that was funny. Didn't he say last time he made his bottom bleed?
Yeah, he was a little too rough. So Jeff said today, I do think that too. Jeff has come out of his shell a lot being with Stu, Michelle said. I agree that too. Yeah, he said that he thinks he's listening to him and not being so rough because, yeah, he was like bleeding for days afterwards last time. Maybe he had like a hangnail or something. I don't know.
No, and you know what I think it is? That nobody touches Jeff's butthole, so he's not used to having a finger in there. You know what I mean?
You don't think they like play around just because he's a top? We know he's not averse, right?
He's not averse. I feel like Jeff is really protective of his butthole. And if he gives butthole to Stu, I feel like that's another level of compliment. I mean, of a relationship. I mean, it's possible. They might be at the butthole.
Dying. I mean, I think a little finger action has probably happened. I don't know.
We can assume.
Should we ever ask?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it to somebody else next time Stu comes on the Instagram.
Yes. I think
it's all y'all. It's not me asking. It wasn't my idea either. I'm deny. I'm denying.
Okay, good, because I was like,
I'm denying that I'm ever saying that. Oh my gosh. But I do think it was pretty deep that Jeff said that he gets, like, he falls in love with people. And that does sound like a thing like Dr. Judy and Dr. Donna, his doctors, his dentist. He does love attractive people, don't we all? So that's not a thing. So I'm not surprised that he likes to be surrounded by medical people that are attractive, but I think he falls in love with their personalities too.
Yes, I think that Jeff sometimes when I meet men that are super controlling and type A personality, usually means that they are needing more affection and nurturing. You know what I mean? Like they just, they won't admit it until you do it. But I feel like he just wants to soak that up. What did he say? It's because his dad wasn't nurturing, he thought, or something?
I have so many questions. You know, when people ask you those questions, like, what is it if somebody died or came back to, Jeff isn't dead, but if somebody came back to life, who would you want to have dinner with or something?
Mm-hmm.
But as an alive person, obviously Jeff would be one of those people, but I really would want to ask him about, like, why, when your dad would go away with his girlfriend, why didn't you go to your mom's house?
Yeah.
And I realized I had a great mom and dad, so I was very blessed in that situation, but I am curious. Tom seems like a great person now. He may not have been a great husband or dad then. I'm not real sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but yeah.
Because Jeff has lots of issues.
Like I said, even though he grew up with money and things like that, things can happen in someone's life that, like a divorce or I don't know, like if your dad goes up for you for things, I think that's also can be really sucky. I think she was dead. What does that mean?
Well, she didn't pass away till he was 18 years old, and they divorced when he was 12, correct?
They divorced, I think 12 or 13, and then mom away from cancer, I believe, at 18.
Yeah, so there's all these in-between years, and I'm just kind of wondering what that relationship, where did she live? Did she live like 7 hours away where it just wasn't possible for him to just jump over there?
You know what?
So many questions.
I don't see their family as being really affectionate. You know how some families are big and touchers? Like my family is also not very huggy and touchy. So maybe he didn't grow up with that, so that's what he's really looking for in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we did see on Hollywood House Lift, and we chatted about this, how at the end of the conversation, he told his dad and Carrie, I love you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's something that was always edited out in flipping out, or
I
if he
think
just started doing that the older he gets. I don't know. But
I
I love
think
that.
I think he's done a lot of therapy and realized a lot, and yeah, I think that's a newer probably thing for him. If I
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so is he really going to go off this medicine he really did stop the medicine once he realized it was messing with his erection and his sex drive, and he got a different medicine already.
And what about poor Stu that was like, oh, I thought your sex drive was low because I was fat. And I was like, no, on your booty. You're fat.
Oh my God. But I love it. He was like, no, you're hot. You're adorable. I think you're so hot. Yeah.
I like a big butt. Can we talk about
I like a big butt. I like a big fat. What did he say exactly? Something like I like your big fat ass. That's exactly what he said. Can you talk about what?
Progressive?
They could be a sponsor one day. Not anymore.
Okay, so he said, I want you guys to hear this and come to your own interpretation. But I was really surprised that he said the name of the company. Was that really the name of the company, or is it a different company?
Oh, I don't think Jeff knows how to cover things up. Remember when Paige Davis was on last Friday and she used a pseudo name for the guy that she was talking about, the dating story?
Yeah.
And Jeff goes, oh, I don't think you should have said that. And she's like, well, that's not his real name. And Alyssa was like, she knows how to do this. Like, it's a fake name that she made up.
Yeah.
That was so weird about Progressive, though. I don't have Progressive and never have, but that was really weird.
When he told that story, I was like, this is a scam. Somebody is getting your bank account number and they're getting your money from you. I would have been like, no. Or I need to talk to a manager or something else, because that makes no sense. I was like,
well, and I don't know that I've ever had my debit card attached to any kind of auto pay. So anytime your debit card? Okay, so anytime I can pay on credit card without paying extra fees, I do that so I can earn the rewards, because I'm like Doug, I'm super cheap. I love earning rewards. But there's a lot of things, or there's some things where I have to do the ACH thing. Like when I pay my kids' tuition, I have to do it through my checking account. So it's so that's normal to give your checking and routing information for some stuff. I can't give my debit card for that, I don't think.
But for 2 years, you've been using your debit card to have those funds out and having been told you owe $50 more in a $100 process. I seriously.
I think he should have taken it to a tier 2 or tier 3 by now.
Well, Jeff is.
Stu probably just said, oh, okay.
I know.
Here's my checking account information.
I'm curious to find if it really is a scam or not, because Jeff loves putting people on blast that hurt his stew.
Don't fuck with God.
Don't fuck with
that
stew.
Newport Beach? What was that? The
Palm
wine? Palm Springs
Food and Wine Festival.
And he said again the other day that they fucked him over. They didn't invite him back this year.
The power of Jeff Lewis. Look at Chili's, and he has so much power he doesn't realize.
Yeah. I think he does realize it.
Maybe he does.
Yeah, I think he likes it. I'm just surprised. I mean, I guess the food and wine people are just butthurt, because does he realize how many Stu fans would show up to see him? I mean, every time I think I love Chef Stu a lot, somebody one-ups me in a DM and tells me just how much they love him. And I'm like, oh, God, maybe you do love him more. I don't know. People really love our Chef Stu.
I just feel like Jeff doesn't really like Palm Springs. Remember when he said before that was his partner's place that they like to go to? Yeah. So I don't want to drive to Palm Springs, so no Stu work there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was super weird. But the auto subscription thing is a real scam. And I understand about the gym thing. You literally cannot get out of a gym membership almost. They want you to go up there in person. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I'll tell you about a company, but I won't say their name. I had an auto payment with them, and they shut down during the pandemic. So they stopped. You might not even know what it is. It's out here in California.
Yeah. Okay.
They stopped automatic payment because of the pandemic. When we finally got 6 months later time to go back, I thought I had canceled the membership, and for 6 months they were taking out $120 out of my account. Is that not crazy? And I called them and I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't feel like this is fair, blah, 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 blah. And basically they said, shut up, we don't care.
Yep, that's pretty much what my gym said. And I'm at 24 Hour Fitness. I'm at the gym now, actually. I mean, I'm out here for this.
They always want you to do the auto pay because people forget, and then they'll just keep going.
Well, and nobody wants to waste their time calling to cancel. They don't make it easy anyone to call and cancel anything. Oh my gosh. What is the deal with Jeff and this mattress with Monroe?
What was the deal with
if she loves Zoila's mattress, then go buy the same dang mattress.
It was. He bought the same damn mattress, I thought.
Did he ever say even what Zoila has?
It's a Sealy.
That's what he bought, but he never said it was the same one as Zoila's.
Because
now he's bought a mattress topper for like $300 to go on top of this new mattress. But I love how excited he was for all the princess stuff from Pottery Barn Kids. That was adorable.
Oh, I love kids' furniture. I love anything kid related. Can I tell you a funny kid story today?
Yeah.
My little guy.
Teacher story?
Yes.
How's Carol with a K?
Really hot, right? So we're coming in from recess, and this little guy he starts pulling on his pants. He goes, oh, my balls are sweaty.
A kindergartner?
No, a TA, even younger. So I told his mom, and she was mortified. And I said, it's okay. We just have to talk about language. And so we say that my balls are sweaty. But yeah, he's like, my balls are sweaty. And I was like, okay.
I love him. Can you just give him a tiny extra squeeze from me tomorrow?
I will. He's a little stinky sometimes, so.
Oh, I remember some of those people. Yeah, some of those kids. So is this common? I totally thought of you. Is this a private school thing or a California thing where these kids have to get a COVID test before they start school?
Our kids didn't. It depends on the district. LA I think, had more, they were up higher on the tier of whatever that COVID shit is. And so that was one of the requirements, had a test first to come in. But
so it's a county thing, maybe.
District.
Oh, a district thing. Okay.
Yeah. And then he's like, why does school start on a Wednesday? Why does school start on a Thursday? Because us start on Monday. We are in school for those first 2 days getting training. That's why the kids start later in the week, in case you were wondering.
Well, and my kids started public school and one of my college girls started on a Wednesday, last Wednesday too, in Texas. I just think it's because you need a day or 2 or 3 to kind of get people used to things, forgetting stuff, bringing in the right supplies, just getting their shit together. I think a Monday is stressful, right? Nobody wants a Monday.
It kind of eases you in, and you kind of get acclimated you're there for a couple of days, and then you have a break, and then you're bam.
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 I remember my oldest is almost 21. I only think she had a year or 2 of it, but we used to start in Texas the weekend after Labor Day.
When I was young, we started.
I loved that.
They've changed that too because it all has to do with testing. It's nothing about anything.
I know. I mean, we used to get a full 3 months of summer, which now as a mom, a stay-at-home mom especially, and even when I did teach for 5 years, I was a teacher, so I was off in the summer also. I've never been away from my kids. God bless them. But I've been a stay-at-home mom since 2001, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
The day after Labor Day. So instead, my kids go for a couple of weeks, and then we have a weekend off, a long weekend for Labor Day. What did you think about him going to dinner? You think it was just him and Hot Joe last night? He didn't mention anything about Shane.
Yeah, I think it was just him and Joe because he would have said something about Shane or Shane would have piped in. So yeah, definitely.
Do you remember how he's ever said how he's met Hot Joe? He's just always said that he was a friend and Hot Joe has a boyfriend.
I want to say Hot Joe, when we met him, somehow was affiliated with the show. I think he might be a producer on Hollywood House Lift.
Oh.
Somehow
okay.
somehow he knows Jen and Wes, who also work on Hollywood House Live. So I just believe Hot Joe's one of those people that are with.
So maybe he's like producer Jen. I get what you're saying. I'm forgetting her name. What's her first name? Not Kay Renee. Kayla?
I didn't get to see the comment go by. Sorry.
Oh, you can't read them sometimes. It said how celebrities let their kids. I heard a blind the other. Who said this? No, who said this on Jeff Lewis's show?
What was
Where
it?
did I read that the twins of Neil Patrick Harris? Somebody was a nanny to them. I think it was on Bravo and Cocktails. You know how they do those stuff anonymously? And it was about nannies, and they said someone had been a nanny for Neil Patrick Harris and his husband for their twins. And after a year, they had never met the husband, Neil Patrick Harris or them. Bravo and Cocktails, I saw that. Wasn't that weird? And then who was it recently that said Zach said Neil Patrick Harris is on Grindr or whatever, but he's all talking about how he's a married man.
Yeah.
I think there's something. Anyone that looks all perfect and prim and proper, like fucking Bill Cosby.
Ugh.
There's something always comes crumbling down. I'm just saying.
But this is how Sarah and I show up. This is us. What? This is
I don't look much better than this. I mean, there's just nothing.
You don't I'm down on the half. I'm sitting here in my underwear.
You're naked. Yeah, I just came from the gym. I'm naked too. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. Okay, well, we'll wind things down, but I did love the conversation about dinner and how Jeff doesn't like going out to dinner anymore with hot people like Hot Joe. He wants to go to dinner with people like Carnie Wilson. She didn't take that as an offense, did she?
I don't think so. I love going to dinner with you. Actually, breakfast, because you have dessert at breakfast. Do you remember? Tartine?
I do love dessert.
I thought that's my bit. I love sweet stuff too, so that was awesome.
And I love ordering lots of food, so I'm always willing to share if I have something left over. But I tend to have a really ginormous appetite. I can really eat a lot, so.
You love a tomato.
I love a tomato. Oh my God, I love tomatoes so much. I'm going to get like Chef Stu when he eats something.
Simmer.
Tomato. It's like
simmer down.
Kim says wine is her dessert.
Oh,
Stu gets jealous of hot dinner dates. I love it, Dina. I am your twin. I love that Stu wanted to pick him up and came in. He said he was right on time at 8 p.m. Oh my God, I love that.
I really don't think he was jealous. I just think he cares. Jeff, and why would you make your boyfriend go take an Uber if you're home or somewhere and you come pick him up?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, clearly they don't need to save the money. It wasn't saving a $15 Uber, you know what I mean? But I think he was just like, why not just swing by and pick you up? I love that.
It's like acts of service. You know what I mean? One of the love languages that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that, Dee. Dee said, that goes in your dessert pocket, not your stomach. That's what my little nephew used to say when he was little. That's so cute.
I've got a really big pocket.
My dessert pocket goes to my ass and thighs. But, you know. Anyways, so tomorrow, boy, they went crazy over Caller Marcus at the end. His voice.
Yeah, what did he say? He said
all
something.
He called in about was some advice to give about the mattress or something, but God, they went orgasmic over his voice.
He's called in a few times, Marcus.
Oh, he has?
I've recognized Marcus from San Francisco. He said something, though. I can't remember what it was, and I was going to say something.
Does anybody remember what it was? Well,
something.
Tomorrow is a Real Wet Wednesday again with Brandy Howard and Julie Goldman, so very exciting to hear what's going on with them. And I need to listen to their podcast later tonight. Maybe I'll do that whenever I jump on the treadmill. I'm also going to go in when I go back on the treadmill. Teresa Giudice has a new podcast with a girl named Melissa, and I'm curious to see what it is, though. I do want to listen to it. You're not excited for it at all?